zone investment is actually out in Southeast, Chris. And one of our projects that we're doing is called Yard 56. The first in the country. The first in the country. We're one of the nation's, one of 6 cities in the nation, promised neighborhoods. We'll be transforming that community. And so we know that this money through the Neighborhood Impact Investment Fund, the opportunity zones, are going to bring more investment to neighborhoods and communities such as this. I was reading what someone shared with me, because I wouldn't have read it otherwise, and I guess you call them op-ed in the Sun papers, I think it was yesterday, where I learned that I guess you can write whatever op-ed you want, somebody submit it and print it. And it said, Catherine Pugh approved the fitness center at Mondawmin Mall. You all, when I own Mondawmin Mall, please let me know, because you don't make decisions for private companies. And that all the investment is in downtown. Now, that may have been, but that is not now. And I said, maybe they haven't walked the 60 acres, 600 acres that we've torn down in Park Heights, and perhaps they've not witnessed what we've been able to do with the state's core money and our money, where we will tear down before the end of this year almost 4,000 boarded houses, 25% of the city's boarded housing stock in this city. We can transform our neighborhoods and communities, but it's how we continue to work together and how we continue to invest in neighborhoods and communities that are collaborating and understanding how we can work together. I see that in this community. I've seen the work. I know how hard you all work. I know how you're willing to come together and focus on bringing about the change that you want to see. Look around you, the diversity that exists in this room, because neighbors want to work together. People want to live near each other, and we care about the future of our city. We can change our city, but again, it's about how we work together. And when they get Kerwin right, and we know they will eventually get Kerwin right, and all of us aren't waiting for them to get Kerwin right, we will see the investment in our schools that we need to. And one of the reasons I made Baltimore City Community College free, and they told me I couldn't do it, but we did it. And we thought maybe 200, maybe 300 young people from our public school system would want to go. I want you to know that 545 students from our Baltimore City Public Schools went to Baltimore City Community College for free. And then Coppin State University said, if you finish those 2 years for free, you can come to Coppin State University. We are one of the only cities in the nation where you can get a 4-year college degree for free in Baltimore City. Write that story something, because I haven't seen it. Because we need our children to know that there is hope. That the corner is not where their life needs to end or begin. That education is the equalizer. And when we educate our children and provide them with opportunities, it will change their life. They won't want to be on the corner. And when I think about the recreation centers and the pools, 8 pools around our city closed for decades because the motor didn't work. Doesn't make any sense. So we put the $4.1 million up on the table because we want our young people to be able to swim and learn how to swim for free in our city. And so I tell folks, you know, this is, I was trying to remember, I was saying, I think this is 10th or 11th event I've been to today, I'm not sure. But I still get excited every day that I get to do this work. Because I do it on behalf of all of us. Because I believe in the future of our city. I believe that we can transform. I believe because I'm standing in this room and I'm looking at people who are committed to change. I get so excited when I think about University of Maryland being a partner in the community, who put together community grants that said, if you want to live near your work, we'll give you $18,000 to do that. That's making a difference. Hopkins did something similar over in East Baltimore, and Lightbridge is doing the same thing up in Northwest Baltimore. And then, just recently, and you'll hear this, I'm not supposed to say it, but I'm going to tell you all anyway. It's a good way to keep a secret, right? That one of the banks in our city is going to be announcing, and I know it's going to bode well for this part of the city, neighborhood, community, forgivable loans that ultimately will become grants when you buy and live in the city that will total something like $20,000. Can you imagine taking that $20,000, putting it with that $18,000? You all will grow our city. And I tell you all, let's not gentrify Baltimore. This is what we want our city to look like. That's why we created a $20 million affordable housing trust fund. We want people who live in the city, who've invested in the city, who've been in the city for decades to stay here. It's time to help them to home ownership in our city. We don't want to be cities where we can't recognize that that's the city that I was born in, or that I was raised in, or that I lived in. We want to be the city that is Baltimore, charming, delightful, wonderful, people committed to bringing change, connecting with each other, who will get up and say, look, don't put trash in front of my door. Changing the cultural behavior of some folks, you all, it just takes time. I don't understand it. How you can just walk down the street and drop trash, or push your mattresses in the alley. I don't get it, but I did get that part now, because what I understand is that what drug dealers do is try to keep alleys crowded so that police can't get through it. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Yeah. And so we clean and we clean and we clean, but we will clean and clean and clean until they get it. This is not the place. It is not the neighborhood. It is not the community. It is not the Baltimore. We want a clean city where we can all rise together. God bless you all. Thank you for this opportunity.